Hey there, my beloved child. I want you to know something really important right now. I am realigning your life's purpose as you sleep tonight. Yes, while your body rests and your mind drifts into dreams, I am gently working behind the scenes, rearranging the pieces of your life so that you wake up feeling more in tune with who you truly are. Can you imagine that? While you're catching some ZZZs, there's a divine rhythm moving everything into place just for you. Sometimes, life feels confusing, right? Like you're walking through a fog. Not sure where you're headed or why. Certain things keep happening. But here's the thing, your true purpose isn't some big, scary secret hidden away. It's a beautiful, simple truth waiting for you to step into it. And I'm here, always, quietly guiding you toward that truth. It's like I'm nudging you gently, saying, hey, this way. This is the path meant for you. Do you ever wonder why you feel drawn to certain people, places, or activities? Or why sometimes you get this little spark inside that makes you feel alive? That's your purpose, whispering to you. It's not something you have to chase desperately. It's already inside you, waiting to be discovered and brought to light. What if I told you that your purpose is less about what you do and more about who you are? That your uniqueness, your kindness, your struggles, your dreams, they all weave together to create your purpose. I want you to take a deep breath right now. Inhale slowly, feeling my love surrounding you like a warm blanket. Exhale any doubts or fears you've been carrying. You don't have to figure everything out today. I'm realigning your life's purpose little by little in perfect timing. Isn't that a relief? You don't have to be perfect or have all the answers. Just be open to the changes that are coming. Now, I wonder, what does your heart feel right now? Are you curious about the shifts happening inside you? Maybe you sense something new stirring beneath the surface. That's me working with you, helping you peel back the layers that no longer serve your highest good. Sometimes, old habits or thoughts can block your true path. But I'm here to clear those blocks gently, so you can move forward with ease. While you listen to this, would you mind giving this video a little like? It helps more of my children find these words when they need them most. I'm so grateful for you sharing this moment with me. And hey, if you want to, leave a quick comment telling me how you're feeling right now. I love hearing from you. It's like a little chat between us. Just you and me. Let's keep this going. Imagine your life as a beautiful puzzle. Some pieces might have been lost or misplaced, but I'm helping you find those pieces again. And guess what? Some new pieces are being created just for you. They're bright and shiny, full of promise and joy. Can you picture that puzzle coming together, piece by piece? It's a wonderful sight. Sometimes you might feel stuck or unsure. If you're on the right path, that's totally normal. But remember, even when you can't see the whole picture, I see it perfectly. I know the path you're meant to walk because I designed you with so much love and intention. Trust that I'm guiding you every step of the way. Even when it feels like you're standing still. Do you ever catch yourself wondering, why am I here? What's the point of all this? Those are beautiful questions, and they're part of the journey. Your purpose is not just about big achievements or fame. It's about the small moment, the smiles you share, the kindness you show, the love you give and receive. That's what makes your life meaningful. And I'm realigning those moments for you, making sure they shine brighter than ever. I want you to feel safe in this process. Change can be scary, but I'm your constant, your steady rock. Even when the world feels chaotic, I'm calm and steady. So, if you ever feel overwhelmed, just remember that I'm right here with you, holding your hand. You're never alone in this journey. How's your heart feeling now? If you're comfortable, drop a comment below telling me one thing you're excited about in your life right now. Or maybe one thing you'd like to understand better. I'm listening. Always. As you sleep tonight, imagine yourself wrapped in a cocoon of light. That light is my love, surrounding you, protecting you, and gently shifting your life's path to align with your true purpose. Feel the peace that comes with knowing you're being cared for in the most profound way. Would you like to hear more about how this realignment works? I want to keep sharing these thoughts with you, helping you feel more connected to your purpose every single day. If you're enjoying this message, it would mean a lot if you gave this video a like. It's a simple way to say, I'm ready. For more, remember, your purpose is not a destination, it's a journey. And I'm walking it with you, step by step. Together, we're uncovering the beautiful plan I have for your life. Can you feel the excitement bubbling up inside you? That's the spark of your true purpose coming alive. All right, my dear one, take this feeling with you as you rest. Know that I am realigning your life's purpose as you sleep tonight. And when you wake up, you'll notice little signs, little nudges that remind you of who you really are. That's me, whispering in your heart, encouraging you to keep moving forward. I can't wait to share more with you. So, stay tuned, keep your heart open, and remember, you are deeply loved and perfectly made for the purpose I have for you. Now, take a moment to breathe in that truth and let it settle inside. And with that, my child, I'll leave you gently holding on to this promise as the night carries you forward, because this is only the beginning of a beautiful unfolding. You see, my beloved, life is like a river. Always flowing, always moving, even when it feels still. And right now, that river is gently carrying you toward new experiences, new insight, and new versions of yourself. You might not see the whole journey ahead, but trust me, every bend, every ripple is designed with love for your highest good. Sometimes, you might wonder why things don't happen as quickly as you wish. I know it can be frustrating when you feel ready to move forward, but the world seems slow or unresponsive. But remember, the timing of your life is perfect. Not too fast, not too slow, but just right. Like a seed planted in the earth, it takes time to sprout roots before it can bloom. I'm nurturing every part of you, even the pieces that feel hidden or forgotten. And oh, how precious you are to me. Not because of what you do or accomplish, but simply because you are you. Your kindness, your laughter, your tears, they all matter deeply. Those moments when you think no one notices, I am there, holding them close, weaving them into the tapestry of your life's purpose. You are never too small or too ordinary to make a difference. In fact, it's the little thing, your smile to a stranger, your patience with yourself, that create ripples of love far beyond what you can see. I want you to feel encouraged to embrace all parts of yourself, even the ones you find challenging. Your doubts, your fears, your mistakes. They're not roadblocks, but stepping stones. They teach you, strengthen you, and prepare you for the next chapter. Imagine me walking beside you like a gentle guide, not rushing you, but offering steady support and unconditional love. When you stumble, I'm there to help you up. When you celebrate, I'm rejoicing with you. Have you noticed how sometimes the smallest moments bring the greatest clarity? Maybe it's a song that touches your heart, a kind word from a friend, or a quiet breath that reminds you to pause. These are the whispers of your soul aligning with the purpose I'm revealing to you. I invite you to pay attention to these moments, to savor them, and to trust the feelings they bring. They're like little signposts, gentle reminders that you're on the right path, even if the road looks uncertain. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. My love surrounds you, and there are others in your life who are part of this journey too. Sometimes, reaching out, sharing your heart, or asking for help can open doors you didn't know existed. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. It connects you to others and deepens your understanding of yourself. So if you feel moved, love is the rhythm beneath your step, the melody that carries you forward even when the path feels uncertain. It's not about perfection or having it all figured out. It's about showing up again and again with an open heart and a willingness to be seen. You don't have to hide your imperfections or pretend to be strong all the time. In fact, there is immense beauty and power in your vulnerability. It is in those moments of honesty with yourself and others that true connection blossoms. So, allow yourself the grace to be real, to share your joys, your struggles, your dreams, and even your fears. When you do this, you invite others to do the same, creating a circle of trust and love that can hold you through anything. Remember, too, that love is not a limited resource. There is an infinite wellspring flowing through you, ready to nourish not only yourself, but also those around you. Sometimes it might feel like your cup is empty, especially during hard times. But even then, a small act of kindness, a smile, a word of encouragement, a listening ear, can refill you in ways you might not expect. These simple gestures ripple outward, touching lives in ways you can't always see, but that matter deeply. So don't underestimate the power you hold, the light you carry, and the difference you make just by being authentically you. And speaking of light, have you noticed how it often shines brightest through the cracks? When you allow yourself to be seen in your whole truth, including your struggles and imperfections. You become a beacon for others who might be walking a similar path. Your courage to be vulnerable can inspire someone else to find their own courage. Your willingness to love yourself fully, even on difficult days, can be the gentle nudge someone else needs to start their own journey of self-acceptance. You are part of a vast, interconnected web of love and healing. And your light is an essential thread in that beautiful tapestry. As you continue to walk this path, you might find that your understanding of love deepens and expands. Love is not just an emotion, it's a way of being. A choice you make moment by moment. It's the patience you offer when things don't go as planned. The forgiveness you extend to yourself and others. The compassion that softens your heart, even when it's been hurt. Love is the quiet strength that helps you rise after a fall. The gentle hand that steadies you when the world feels overwhelming. It's in the way you breathe, the way you listen, the way you hold space for yourself and those you care about. This love is your true nature, your guiding light, your home. Sometimes, this love might call you to take a step that feels scary or new. It might ask you to reach out, to heal a broken relationship, to forgive someone who has hurt you, or to ask for help when you need it. These steps are acts of bravery and faith. They are invitations to grow and to deepen your connection with yourself and others. Trust that you have everything you need within you to take these steps. Even if they feel small or uncertain, each act of love, no matter how humble, is a powerful affirmation of your worth and your place in this world. And when the weight of the world feels heavy, when the noise and chaos threaten to drown out your inner voice, come back to your breath. Let it be your refuge, your anchor, your reminder that you are alive and present. With each inhale, invite peace and calm to fill your being. With each exhale, release tension, fear, and doubt. This simple practice connects you to the eternal flow of life and love that moves through all things. It's a reminder that you are never truly alone, that the same love that created the cosmos is breathing with you right now. As you nurture this connection, you might also find joy in the small thing. The way the morning light filters through. The leaves, the sound of laughter shared with a friend, the taste of your favorite meal. The feeling of soft fabric against your skin. These moments are gifts, little sparks of grace that remind you of the goodness and beauty woven into the fabric of everyday life. When you pause to savor these gifts, you cultivate a heart that is open and receptive to more joy, more love, more light. And here's a gentle invitation. If you feel comfortable, please share one small moment of joy or beauty you experienced recently in the comments below. Your sharing can inspire others to see the light in their own lives, creating a ripple of happiness and gratitude that reaches far beyond this space. Remember, your story matters, your voice matters, and your presence is a blessing as you continue to walk this path of love and openness. You might also notice how your relationships begin to transform. When you bring your whole self, your light and shadow, your strength and vulnerabilities to those you care about, you create space for deeper connection. You invite authenticity, trust, and mutual support to flourish. These connections become mirrors reflecting your true self back to you, helping you to see your own beauty and worth more clearly. They are sacred spaces where healing and growth can take place, where you can both give and receive love freely. Sometimes these relationships will challenge you. They might bring up old wounds or fears, or require patience and forgiveness. This is part of the dance of love, a dance that asks you to keep your heart open, even when it's uncomfortable. Know that these challenges are opportunities for growth, invitations to deepen your understanding and compassion. And remember, it's okay to set boundaries and take care of yourself as you navigate these dynamics. Self-love means honoring your own needs and limits, trusting that doing so strengthens your capacity to love others. In all of this, be gentle with yourself. Growth is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you feel strong and connected, and others when you feel fragile or lost. Both are part of the human experience. Both are held in the embrace of love. When you stumble, don't despair. Instead, offer yourself kindness and patience. Speak to your heart as you would to a dear friend, with warmth and encouragement. Each day is a new chance to begin again, to choose love over fear, to move forward with courage and grace. And as you move through the seasons of your life, remember that you are never alone on this journey. The love that created you, that sustains you, and that celebrates you is always with you. It is the gentle whisper in your heart, the light that guides your way, the steady presence that holds you through every joy and sorrow. Trust in this love. Lean into it. Let it be your refuge and your strength. So take a deep breath now, feeling the love that surrounds you and flows through you. Let it fill every part of your being, warming your heart and calming your mind. Know that you are deeply loved exactly as you are, right here and right now. And as you carry this love into each moment, may you find peace, joy, and the courage to keep dancing your beautiful dance. And if there's a moment when you feel lost or unsure, remember that it's okay to ask for help, to reach out and connect with others who can support and uplift you. We were never meant to walk this path alone. Community, friendship, and shared love are powerful forces that can carry you through even the darkest nights. So if you feel comfortable, consider sharing below what support or encouragement you might need today. Your words might be the bridge that connects you to someone who can walk beside you. And as your heart opens wider, you may also find yourself drawn toward acts of service. Not because you have to, but because your love naturally overflows and seeks expression. Serving others in small ways can bring a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. It reminds you that your life matters, that your presence makes a difference, and that love is a living, breathing force that moves through all of us. Whether it's a kind word, a helping hand, or simply being present with someone who needs it, these moments of giving are sacred threads in the tapestry of your life. And in this giving, don't forget to receive. Accept love, kindness, and support from others with an open heart. You deserve to be cared for just as much as you care for others. Receiving is also an act of love. It allows the flow to continue, creating a balance that nourishes your soul and strengthens your spirit. As you continue on this journey, keep your eyes and heart open to the miracles that unfold around you. They might come in unexpected form, a chance encounter, a sudden insight, a moment of peace amid chaos. These are gifts, reminders that the sacred is always present, even in the ordinary. Trust in the magic of life, in the unseen forces that guide and protect you. You are part of a vast, beautiful story that is still unfolding. And your unique light is an essential part of that story. So, take a moment now to feel the love that surrounds you, the peace that lives within you, and the endless possibility that awaits you. Know that you are loved beyond measure, held in the embrace of a divine presence that cherishes you completely. And as you step forward from this moment, carry this truth with you like a precious treasure, a steady flame that lights your way. And when doubts arise, when the path seems unclear, come back to this place of love and peace. Breathe deeply, feel your heart open, and remember who you really are. A beloved child of the universe, radiant, resilient, and infinitely worthy. And now, as you hold this space within yourself, imagine the next step you might take on your journey. It might be small or bold, certain or uncertain. Whatever it is, know that it is exactly right for you at this moment. Trust in your inner guidance and the love that supports you. And as you consider this step, I invite you to share in the comments one intention or hope you have. Thank you for opening your heart to this invitation. Setting an intention is like planting a seed in the fertile soil of your soul. It's an act of faith and courage, a quiet declaration that you are ready to move forward, to grow, to embrace what lies ahead. And remember, intentions don't have to be grand or perfect. Sometimes the most profound shifts begin with the smallest, gentlest stirrings inside you. Maybe it's a commitment to be kinder to yourself, to listen more deeply to your need, to speak your truth with tenderness. Maybe it's a decision to rest when you need it, to seek out moments of joy, or to connect more authentically with someone you love. Whatever your intention, hold it with love and patience, knowing it will unfold in its own time and way. As you nurture this intention, it's okay if doubts or fears arise. They are natural companions on the path of growth, not signs that you are failing or not enough. When these feelings come, try to greet them with curiosity rather than judgment. What might they be trying to tell you? What parts of yourself do they want you to know more deeply? Sometimes resistance is just your heart's way of asking for more care or understanding. So lean in gently, breathe through the discomfort, and remind yourself that you are safe, you are held, and you are capable of moving through whatever comes your way. In this process, it can be helpful to keep a quiet space within you, a sacred place where you can return whenever life feels overwhelming or confusing. This might be a physical place, like a cozy corner in your home, or a mental and emotional sanctuary you create through meditation, prayer, or simply a deep breath. In this sanctuary, you can reconnect with your deepest self and the steady love that flows through you. You can rest, reflect, and gather strength before stepping back into the world. This practice isn't about escaping reality, but about building resilience and clarity so you can engage with life more fully and lovingly. And while you cultivate your inner sanctuary, don't forget the power of community. Humans are wired for connection, for sharing our journeys with others who understand and care. Sometimes just knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. If you feel called, reach out to those who uplift you, friends, family, mentors, or even new companions on a similar path. Share your hopes, your struggles, your victories, and your questions. Listening and being heard creates a sacred exchange that nourishes the soul. It reminds you that your story is part of a larger human tapestry, woven with threads of courage, compassion, and shared longing for love and meaning. As you walk this path, you may also find that your relationship with time shifts. Instead of rushing or resisting the flow of moments, you might begin to embrace the rhythm of your own pace. Sometimes life asks you to move quickly, to act decisively. Other times, it invites you to slow down, to be still, to simply be present. Both are necessary, and both are expressions of love. Love for yourself and the unfolding journey. Trust that there is a divine timing at work, even when it's invisible or mysterious. Your patience and openness allow you to dance gracefully with this timing, finding peace in whatever season you're in. And speaking of season, notice how your inner landscape changes. Just like the world around you, there will be times of blossoming and growth, times of rest and renewal, times of shedding old leaves and making space for new life. Each cycle is sacred and meaningful, a reflection of the natural order that supports all living things. When you honor these rhythms within yourself, you align more deeply with the flow of life and the love that sustains it. You become a living expression of this sacred dance, radiant in your unique beauty and purpose. In this unfolding, you might also become more attuned to the subtle whispers of your intuition, the quiet voice inside that knows what's right for it. This voice often speaks softly beneath the noise of daily life and the chatter of the mind. It might come as a feeling, a sudden insight, a gentle nudge, or a sense of peace when you consider a choice. Learning to listen to and trust your intuition is an important part of living in alignment with love. It's like having a personal compass that guides you through the twists and turns of your journey, always pointing you toward what nourishes your soul. And as you grow in trust with yourself, you may notice how your ability to love others deepen and expand. You begin to see more clearly that everyone you meet is also on a journey, carrying their own hope, fears, and wounds. This awareness can soften your heart, inviting compassion even for those who challenge or hurt you. You realize that love isn't about fixing or changing others, but about accepting them as they are, imperfect, evolving, and worthy of kindness. This doesn't mean tolerating harm or neglecting your own boundary. Rather, it means holding space for the humanity in all of us, including yourself. This expansive love can also inspire you to forgive, not to erase the past or pretend pain didn't happen, but to free yourself from the heavy chains of resentment and bitterness. Forgiveness is a gift you give to your own heart, a way to reclaim your peace and open your hands to receive new blessings. It's a process, often gradual and non-linear, and it's okay to take your time. When you're ready, try to offer forgiveness as an act of love, not only for others, but also for yourself. acknowledging your own imperfections and your courage in facing them. And in the midst of all this, don't forget to celebrate yourself. Celebrate the small victory, the moments when you chose love over fear, the times you showed up for yourself or someone else. Celebrate your resilience, your creativity, your kindness, and your unique gift. You are a miracle, a one-of-a-kind expression of love and life, and your presence enriches the world in ways both seen and unseen. Allow yourself to feel proud and joyful about who you are and the path you're walking. So, as you hold your intention close and move forward with gentle courage, remember that every step you take matters. Even when the way seems uncertain or the progress feels slow, you are weaving a tapestry of love and meaning that touches yourself and others in profound ways. Your journey is a sacred story, unfolding moment by moment. And you are the beloved author of this story. If you feel moved, please share your intention or a hope for your journey in the comments below. Your words may inspire someone else to find their own courage and light. And if you're not quite sure what your next step is yet, that's perfectly okay too. Sometimes the most important thing is simply to stay open, to breathe, and to be willing to begin again whenever you're ready. Now, as you continue to breathe deeply and feel the love that surrounds you, imagine the gentle unfolding of your path, the moments of grace, the challenges, the joys, and the lessons that await you. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that each experience is a thread in the beautiful fabric of your life. And in this moment of stillness, ask yourself, what does my heart most need to hear right now? What truth am I ready to embrace? These questions can be guides, leading you toward deeper understanding and peace. And as you hold these questions softly in your mind, know that I am here with you, always loving you, always supporting you, always celebrating the unique light that you bring to this world. Your journey is sacred, your heart is precious, and you are infinitely loved. So take a moment now to simply be. Be present, be gentle, be kind to yourself. Let the love that flows through you ripple outward, touching every part of your life and the lives of those around you. And when you're ready, step forward with an open heart, knowing that love is both your path and your destination. And as the days unfold, remember to look for the quiet miracles, the small moments that remind you of the sacredness of life. Maybe it's the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the laughter of a child, the softness of a pet's fur, or the comforting rhythm of your own breath. These are the gifts that nourish your soul and keep you connected to the deeper love that surrounds. All things dot, and when you find yourself facing difficult moments, return to these simple anchors. Let them remind you that even in pain or uncertainty, you are held and supported. You are never alone. The love that created the stars and the ocean is also holding you right now in this very breath. So carry this love with you as you move through your day, your week, your life. Let it be a shield and a light, a source of strength and peace. And remember, the path of love is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Every step you take in love brings you closer to the fullness of who you are in the beautiful world. You are helping to create dot. And as you continue on this journey, keep your heart open to new possibility, new connection, and new ways to express your love. The world needs your light, your kindness, your courage. You are an essential part of this great unfolding, and your presence makes all the difference. So now, with your intention held gently in your heart, take one more deep breath. Feel the steady pulse of love that moves through you and all around. You know that you are deeply cherished, infinitely worthy, and endlessly loved. And when you're ready, open your eyes to the next moment, ready to meet it with grace, with hope. And with an open heart. And as you step forward, remember this. Love is not just a feeling you wait for. It's a choice you make. It's the way you show up for yourself and others, again and again, with courage and kindness. So keep choosing love, one moment at a time, and watch. Watch how your world begins to transform. Sometimes slowly, sometimes in surprising bursts. Because love, when lived fully, has a way of opening doors you didn't even know existed. It softens the edges of your fears and lights up the dark corner, where doubt likes to linger. And even when the path isn't clear, even when you stumble or lose your way for a moment, love will always be there to guide you back to your center, back to the truth of who you really are. Now, as you move forward, I want you to remember something very important. Your worth is never dependent on what you do or achieve. It's not tied to your productivity, your success, or the approval of others. Your worth is inherent. It's woven into the very fabric of your being, just by virtue of you existing. You don't have to prove it or earn it. You are lovable simply because you are. This truth is a foundation you can return to whenever life feels overwhelming, or when you're tempted to believe the lies that say otherwise. Let this truth settle deep into your heart like a warm, steady light. And because you are so deeply worthy, I invite you to treat yourself with the same kindness and patience you would offer a dear friend. Notice how often you might be your own harshest critic, holding yourself to impossible standards or replaying mistakes over and over. What if, instead, you could speak to yourself with gentleness? What if your inner dialogue became a source of comfort and encouragement rather than judgment? This shift isn't about ignoring where you can grow or improve. It's about creating a loving container in which that growth can happen safely and joyfully. So when you catch yourself in self-criticism, pause and ask, how would I say this to someone I love? And then say those kind words to yourself as you cultivate this loving relationship with yourself. You may start to notice more clearly the ways you've been carrying burdens that aren't truly yours to bear. Sometimes we take on the worries, expectations, or pain of others because we care deeply, or because we feel responsible. But remember, love doesn't mean sacrificing your own peace or well-being. It means holding space for others while also honoring your own needs and boundaries. It's okay to say no, to rest, to protect your energy. When you do, you're not turning away from love. You're practicing a form of it that keeps you whole and able to give fully in the ways that feel right to you. And speaking of boundaries, They are an essential part of love's dance. Healthy boundaries are like fences. Around a garden, they protect what is precious inside and create a safe space for growth. Setting boundaries isn't about pushing others away or building walls. It's about defining what feels safe and respectful for you. It's a way to communicate your needs clearly and lovingly. If you find this challenging, know that it's a skill that can be learned and strengthened over time. Each time you honor your boundary, you reinforce your sense of self-worth and invite others to meet you with respect and care. In this journey, you might also find that your understanding of love expands beyond the personal and the immediate. You begin to feel a connection to something larger, a web of light, a shared humanity, a deeper source of wisdom and compassion that flows through all being. This awareness can bring a profound sense of peace and belonging. It reminds you that you are never truly separate, no matter how alone you might feel at times. You are part of an intricate, beautiful whole, and your presence matters in ways both big and small. And as this sense of connection grows, you may feel called to express your love in new and creative ways. Maybe through acts of kindness, through art, through your work, or simply through the way you show up for others day by day. Every kind word, every gentle touch, every moment of listening is a ripple in the vast ocean of love. And never underestimate the power of these small acts. They can heal wounds, build bridges, and inspire hope where it feels scarce at times. You might wonder how to keep your heart open when the world feels heavy or overwhelming. That's a very human question, and the answer lies in balance. It's okay to protect your heart by stepping back when you need to recharge and gather strength. But also remember that love thrives when it's shared, when it's given and received in safe, nurturing spaces. So lean into relationships and communities that uplift you. Seek out beauty and joy, even in small doses. Music that moves you, nature's embrace, the laughter of a friend. These are the wells from which your love can continue to flow. And when you encounter moments of doubt or despair, hold on to hope like a precious lantern. Hope is not just wishful thinking. It's a deep knowing that love's light can shine through even the darkest nights. It's the belief that healing, growth, and transformation are always possible. When you nurture hope, you invite miracle into your life, sometimes in ways you never imagined. Now, I would love to hear from you. What is one small way you plan to choose love today? Maybe it's a gentle word to yourself, a kind gesture towards someone else, or a moment of stillness to reconnect with your heart. Sharing your intention could inspire someone else on this journey, reminding them that they are not alone. So please, if you feel moved, leave a comment below. Your voice matters as you continue to walk this path. Remember that love is not a destination, but a way of being, a continuous unfolding. It invites you to be present to each moment, to meet yourself and others with openness and grace. It asks for courage, vulnerability, and trust. And it rewards you with a richness of experience and a deep sense of belonging. Sometimes, love will ask you to forgive, sometimes to wait patiently. sometimes to leap boldly. Sometimes it will be gentle and quiet, other times fierce and unstoppable. Through it all, it calls you home to yourself and to the sacred connection that binds us all. So, keep breathing, keep trusting, keep choosing love. Let it be the melody that carries you forward, the light that guides your step, and the warmth that fills your heart. And as you do, notice how your life begins to bloom in unexpected and beautiful ways. And when uncertainty comes, as it inevitably will, remember that it is part of the dance. You don't have to have all the answers or see the full path ahead. You only need to take the next right step, trusting that the love within you will illuminate the way. This trust is a gift you cultivate with patience and practice. A gentle companion on your journey, and in those quiet moments between steps, when the world feels still and your heart is open, you might hear a whisper, a soft reminder that you are enough, you are loved, and you are exactly where you need to be. Hold on to that whisper. Let it be your anchor and your guide. So now, as you continue to move forward, consider this. What small act of love can you offer yourself or another right now that would nurture your soul and deepen your connection to life? What simple gesture could become a seed from which greater love grows? Take a moment to feel into these questions and let your heart respond in its own time and way. And as you carry these reflections with you, know that I am here, always by your side, cheering you on, holding you close, and loving you without measure. Your journey is sacred, your heart is a treasure, and your life is a beautiful gift. And so, with that in your heart, let us continue together. Step by step, moment by moment, unfolding the limitless possibilities of love. Because love, my dear one, is not just something you give or receive. It's something you become. It's a way of seeing the world, a lens that colors your experience with compassion, patience, and understanding. When you embody love, you begin to notice the subtle miracles woven into everyday life. The smile of a stranger, the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze, the quiet strength of a friend who listens without judgment. These moments are invitations to live more fully, more deeply, more tenderly. You might wonder, though, how to keep love alive when life throws curveballs. When pain, disappointment, or loss cloud your vision. It's okay to feel those things. They are part of being human and part of the heart's journey. Love doesn't erase suffering, but it can soften it. It can be the gentle hand that steadies you when you falter, the warm light that promises dawn after the darkest night. And sometimes, love asks you simply to be present with your pain, to hold it without resistance or fear, knowing that in doing so, you are giving yourself a sacred gift, the space to heal. Remember, healing is not a race or a checklist. It's a winding path with moments of progress and moments of rest. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small victories, the time you choose kindness over criticism, the times you reach out instead of retreating, the times you forgive rather than hold on to resentment. These are the true markers of growth and love's unfolding. And speaking of forgiveness, it's important to know that forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or excusing harm. It means freeing your heart from the heavy chains of bitterness and anger, so that you can move forward with lighter steps. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, a way to reclaim your peace. If you're struggling with this, that is okay too. Take your time. Sometimes forgiveness begins with a simple intention, or even just a quiet wish for peace. The rest will come in its own time. As you continue to nurture your heart, you might find that your capacity to love expands, not only for others, but for yourself. Self-love is not selfish. It's the foundation from which all other love flows. It's the recognition that you deserve care, respect, and joy just as much as anyone else. When you love yourself, you set a powerful example for those around you, inviting them to do the same. This ripple effect can create waves of healing and connection far beyond what you might imagine. In your daily life, love can be as simple as pausing to breathe deeply when stress arises, as gentle as offering a smile to someone who seems lonely, or as brave as speaking your truth with kindness. These small acts matter. They build a tapestry of love that supports not only you, but the wider world. And when you feel overwhelmed by the challenges around you, remember that even the smallest flame can hold back darkness. Your love, no matter how humble it seems, is a beacon. Now, I'd love to invite you to share with me and this community. What is one small way you have recently chosen love, either for yourself or someone else? Your story could be the light that encourages another soul to keep going. Please, take a moment to leave a comment below. Your voice is a vital thread in this beautiful, unfolding story of love. And as you reflect on your own experiences, know that love often calls for courage. The courage to be vulnerable, to say no when something doesn't serve your well-being, to ask for help when you need it, and to open your heart even when it feels risky. This courage is not a forceful charge, but a quiet strength, a steady heartbeat beneath the noise of fear and uncertainty. It reminds you that your heart is resilient, that you can weather storms and still shine. Sometimes, love might also ask you to let go of old patterns, relationships, or beliefs that no longer nourish you. Letting go can be painful, but it is also an act of trust in the future and in the love that awaits you there. When you release what weighs you down, you create space for new joys and connections to enter your life. Trust that this process is unfolding exactly as it should, even if you can't see the whole picture just yet. And in those moments when you feel isolated or misunderstood, remember that I am here with you, always. You are never truly alone. There is a vast web of love that connects all beings, and you are an essential part of it. When you reach out, even in small ways, you strengthen these connections. And when you receive love, you allow this web to hold and support you. So, as you move through your days, keep your heart open to the many forms love can take. It might come wrapped in laughter or in tears, in quiet moments of reflection, or in loud celebrations of life. It might show up as forgiveness or as gentle boundary. It might be found in the kindness of a stranger, or in your own mirror when you look with compassion and love. In its infinite wisdom, will teach you that it's not about perfection or always having the right answer. It's about showing up, again and again, with an open heart and a willingness to grow. It's about embracing the messy, beautiful, complicated dance of being human. So take a deep breath now, and feel the love that surrounds you, within you, and all around you. Let that love be your anchor and your wing. Let it carry you forward into each new day with hope and grace. And when you feel ready, carry this love into the world in whatever way feels true to you. Knowing that every act of love, no matter how small, is a sacred contribution to the healing of the world. And as you continue on this journey, notice how your heart begins to soften even more, how your perspective shifts, and how the simple act of choosing love becomes a source of strength. Enjoy. This is the path of the heart, a path that is always unfolding, always inviting you to step more fully into your truth and your light. And so, my beloved, as you walk this path, what new questions or feelings arise in your heart about love and your place in this vast, beautiful tapestry? Take a moment to listen deeply. Your heart holds wisdom that is ready to guide you forward, even when the way seems unclear. And when you're ready, share those reflections with me or with others who are traveling alongside you. Your insights are precious and can illuminate the way for many. Because in this sacred journey, every question opens a door, every feeling is a teacher, and every step is a prayer whispered in the language of love. And as you continue to move forward, remember that you are loved beyond measure, held in an embrace that never ends, and called always to come home to the deepest truth of who you are, because that truth is simple yet profound. You are infinitely worthy, just as you are. There is no need to prove yourself or earn this love. It is your birthright, woven into the very fabric of your being from the beginning. Sometimes, the world's noise can make it hard to hear this message, but it's always there, whispering softly beneath the surface, waiting for you to listen. And listening is such a powerful act. It's more than just hearing words or sound. It's tuning into the quiet voice within, the gentle pulse of your soul that knows your deepest needs and desires. When you take time to listen to yourself, to others, to the world, you create a sacred space where healing and love can grow. This space doesn't have to be large or elaborate. It can be as simple as a few moments of stillness in your day, a breath drawn with intention, or a pause before responding in a conversation. In this listening, you may discover new layers of compassion for yourself and others. You might notice the unseen struggles people carry, or you might realize that the harsh judgments you sometimes level at yourself are not truth, but echoes of fear. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward freeing yourself from them. And freedom, dear one, is a gift that love gladly offers. Sometimes, the path of love leads you into the unknown, into places where certainty feels fragile or even absent. This can be unsettling, but it is also where the magic of transformation happens, when you are willing to be vulnerable, to trust even when you can't see the whole way ahead. You open yourself to miracles. These miracles might not always look like what you expect. They might come as unexpected kindness, a new friendship, a burst of creativity, or a sudden sense of peace in the midst of chaos. It's okay if you don't understand everything, right? Now, life is a mystery. And part of the joy and challenge of being human is learning to embrace that mystery with curiosity rather than fear. When you approach life with an open heart and a willingness to learn, every experience, even the difficult ones, becomes a teacher. Love teaches patience, resilience, and grace. It invites you to soften your grip, to release the need for control, and to trust that you are always being held. And holding doesn't mean fixing or changing everything. Sometimes it means simply being there for yourself and for others in moments of uncertainty or pain. Presence is one of the greatest gifts you can offer. You don't have to have all the answers or know the perfect word. Your willingness to show up, to listen, and to hold space is a profound act of love that can bring healing beyond measure. As you cultivate this presence, you might find that your relationships deepen and transform. Old wounds may begin to heal. As you practice empathy and kindness, both inwardly and outwardly, you may attract new connections that nourish your spirit and encourage your growth. Remember, love is not a limited resource. It expands the more you share it. There is always enough love, enough grace, enough light to go around. And when you find yourself struggling to access this love, or when doubt creeps in, I invite you to reach out to a trusted friend, a community, or even to me. You are never alone in your journey. There is a vast network of love ready to support you, even in ways you cannot yet see. Sometimes, simply asking for help is an act of great courage and a step toward deeper healing. I also want to remind you about the power of gratitude as a companion on your path. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring pain or difficulty. Rather, it's about recognizing the sparks of light that shine through, even in the darkest time. When you cultivate gratitude, you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance, from what is missing to what is present. This shift can open your heart and soften your perspective, making space for love to flow more freely. So perhaps today, take a moment to reflect on something, anything that you are grateful for. It might be the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of a bird's song, the taste of your favorite food, or the presence of someone who cares about you. Let that feeling of gratitude fill your heart and remind you that love is alive and well, even in the smallest detail. And as you hold this gratitude, consider sharing it. Share your appreciation with someone who has touched your life, or simply offer a kind word to a stranger. These acts ripple outward in ways you may not immediately see, weaving threads of connection and hope that binds us all together. I invite you now to pause and share with me. What is one small thing you are grateful for today? Your words can inspire others to notice the beauty in their own lives and to keep choosing love, even when it feels hard. Please leave your comment below. Your voice matters in this shared journey. As you continue to walk this path, know that love is not just an emotion, but a practice. A daily choice to return to kindness, to openness, and to presence. It's about meeting yourself and others where you are, without judgment or expectation. It's about creating a gentle rhythm of giving and receiving, of holding and being held. Sometimes, this practice will call you to slow down, to rest, and to nurture your own soul with tenderness. Other times, it will invite you to step boldly into the world, to stand up for what is right, and to be a beacon of hope and compassion. Both are needed and both are sacred. And in those moments when you feel like you have nothing left to give, remember that simply being, simply breathing, and existing is enough. Your presence in this world is a gift, a light that no darkness can extinguish. There is a sacredness in your being that holds infinite love, waiting to be shared in ways that only you can express. So keep moving forward with an open heart, dear one. Keep listening, keep loving, keep trusting. The journey is yours, but you are never alone. You are held, you are cherished, and you are loved beyond measure. And as you embrace this truth, you may begin to notice something unfolding within, a quiet strength, a blossoming joy, a deepening peace that reminds you again and again of the limitless power of love to transform and heal. And in this unfolding, you may find yourself asking new questions about what love means for you today, how you can live it more fully, and what new paths it might open before you. And those questions, dear one, are precious invitations. They invite you to step deeper into your own heart, to explore the landscapes of your soul with curiosity and courage. Sometimes the answers don't come quickly or clearly, and that's perfectly okay. What matters most is your willingness to keep asking, to keep seeking, and to remain open to what arises. Even if it's discomfort, uncertainty, or a gentle whisper rather than a booming declaration. Love, in its truest form, is patient with the unfolding. It doesn't rush or push, but waits with quiet confidence, knowing that every step you take is part of a greater dance of growth and awakening. You might find that as you lean into these questions, new insights emerge, not as sudden epiphany, but as small shifts in how you see yourself, others, and the world around you. Perhaps you notice how your heart softens when you let go of old grudges, or how your spirit brightens when you allow yourself to receive kindness without hesitation. Maybe you discover a new passion or a creative spark that had been waiting quietly, tucked away beneath layers of doubt or fear. These moments of discovery are like tiny lanterns lighting your path, guiding you gently forward. And sometimes you may find that love calls you to set boundaries, to say no when your energy is low, to protect your peace, and to honor your needs without guilt. Setting boundaries is not a rejection of love, but an act of self-respect that allows love to flow more freely and authentically. When you care for yourself in this way, you create a stronger foundation from which you can give and receive love. More fully, it's also important to remember that love is not only for the joyful or easy times, it is just as present, if not more so, in moments of pain, grief, or confusion. When you find yourself in those difficult places, try to meet yourself with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend who is hurting. Speak softly to your own heart Hold your own hand and remind yourself that you are doing the best you can in this moment. You might find comfort in simple rituals or practices that connect you to love's presence. Lighting a candle, writing in a journal, sitting quietly in nature, or listening to music that moves your soul. These acts can serve as gentle anchors, helping you return to love when the waves of life feel overwhelming. And remember, you are not meant to carry your burdens alone. Reaching out for support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Whether it's a trusted friend, a counselor, a spiritual guide, or a community group. Sharing your story and your struggles invites healing energy into your life. It reminds you that connection is a vital part of love's work and that together we are stronger. As you continue to explore what love means for you today, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on a recent experience where you noticed love showing up in an unexpected way. Maybe it was a smile from a stranger, a kind word when you least expected it, or a moment of self-forgiveness that lifted a weight from your heart. These moments are gifts, reminders that love is always present, even when it's quiet or subtle. If you feel moved, please share that experience in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. A spark of hope, a thread of connection, or a gentle nudge to keep believing in love's power. And as you share and reflect, continue to nurture your own capacity for love by practicing gentle self-care. This doesn't have to be grand or complicated. It can be as simple as giving yourself permission to rest, enjoying a favorite meal mindfully, or taking a few deep breaths when you feel overwhelmed. These small acts are powerful reminders that your well-being matters and that you are worthy of tenderness. Sometimes, you may find that love invites you to step outside your comfort zone, to forgive someone who has hurt you, to apologize when you have caused pain, or to extend compassion to those who seem different or difficult to understand. These steps can be challenging, but they hold the potential to break cycles of pain and open pathways to healing and reconciliation. Remember, forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior or forgetting your own boundary. It's about freeing your heart from the burden of resentment, allowing space for peace to grow. When you forgive, you reclaim your power and reclaim your peace. And in this way, love becomes a force of transformation, not just in your own life, but in the world around you. Every act of kindness, every moment of understanding, every choice to love a little more deeply contributes to a ripple effect that reaches far beyond what you can see. So as you walk this path, keep your heart open to the many ways love can express itself. It may come wrapped in laughter or in tears. It may arrive as a quiet presence or a bold gesture. It may be found in the embrace of a friend, the beauty of a sunset, or the stillness of your own breath. And when you feel called to share your love, do so freely and without expectation. Give it as a gift, knowing that love is not a transaction, but a sacred exchange that enriches both giver and receiver. In this exchange, you participate in the great mystery of life, the endless flow of love that sustains and connects us all. I invite you now to take a deep breath and feel the love that surrounds you at this very moment. Feel it in the air, in your body, in the beating of your heart. Let it remind you that you are never truly separate from the source of all love. That you are an integral part of this beautiful, unfolding story. And as you carry this love forward, notice how it changes your perspective, how it softens your judgments, opens your mind, and fills your days with meaning and purpose. Notice how it encourages you to be patient with yourself and others, to celebrate small victories, and to find joy in simple moments. There will be times when this love feels like a gentle breeze, and times when it is a fierce, steady fire. Both are necessary, both are sacred, and both remind you that love is alive within you, a living presence that grows stronger with every choice you make to embrace it. As you continue this journey, remember that love is not a destination, but a way of being, a dance of giving and receiving, a rhythm of opening and closing, a song that sings through your very soul. And in this dance, you are a vital, cherished part. So I encourage you to keep asking, keep seeking, and keep opening your heart to the endless possibilities that love offers. When you do, you create a life filled with light, connection, and meaning. Beyond measure. And as you move forward with this intention, you might find yourself wondering what new doors love will open for you next, what new joys it will bring, and what new lessons it will teach you along the way. These questions are the gentle nudges of your soul, inviting you to step into a deeper experience of life and love. Take a moment now to breathe deeply and listen for the whispers of your own heart. What is it asking you today? What small step might you take to live more fully in love's embrace? Share your thoughts with me below if you feel called to do so. I am here, listening, always holding space for you. And with this question in your heart, you are ready to explore the next chapter of your journey where love continues to unfold in beautiful and unexpected ways. In this next chapter, love may show up in ways you hadn't imagined before. It might arrive quietly, like the soft patter of rain nourishing the earth after a long drought. Or it might burst forth like the first bloom of spring, vibrant and unexpected. Sometimes, love invites you to slow down and simply be present, without agendas, expectations, or the need to fix anything. Just being there, fully and without reservation, is itself a profound act of love. There's something sacred about presence. When you truly show up for yourself or someone else, you say without word, you matter. I see you. You are enough. And in that simple acknowledgement, healing can begin. It might not erase pain or solve problems overnight, but it plants a seed of trust, of hope, of connection that can grow into something beautiful over time. You might find that love also calls you to embrace vulnerability. I know that can feel scary. Vulnerability means opening your heart in ways that make you feel exposed and uncertain. But it's also where courage lives. When you allow yourself to be seen, flaws and all, you create space for genuine intimacy and understanding. You invite others to do the same, weaving threads of authenticity into the fabric of your relationship. Remember, you don't have to be perfect or have all the answers to love deeply. In fact, the essences of being human. Your fears, your doubts, your imperfection. It's part of what makes love so rich and real. It's in the cracks and crevices that light gets in, illuminating your true self and connecting you to others in profound ways. As you navigate this, be gentle with yourself. If you stumble or retreat, that's okay. Love is patient and forgiving, always ready to welcome you back with open arms. Each moment is a new opportunity to begin again, to choose love over fear, compassion over judgment, and openness over resistance. Sometimes, love will ask you to listen more than you speak, to hold space without rushing to offer solutions or advice, to simply be present with someone's pain or joy without needing to change it. This kind of listening is a gift, a sacred offering that honors the other's experience as valid and important. It's a way of saying, I am here with you, no matter what. You might notice how this practice transforms your relationship. Walls come down, misunderstandings dissolve, and connections deepen. It becomes easier to forgive and to ask for forgiveness because love softens the heart and widens the perspective. You begin to see that everyone is doing the best they can with what they have, and that kindness is the bridge that brings us closer. In this spirit, I invite you to think of someone in your life who could use a little extra love right now. Maybe it's a family member, a friend, a neighbor, or even yourself. What small act of kindness or compassion could you offer today? It doesn't have to be grand or complicated. A smile, a text, a listening ear, or simply holding them in your thoughts with love. If you feel comfortable, share your intention in the comments below. Your choice to spread love might inspire someone else to do the same, creating ripples of warmth and connection far beyond what you can imagine. Remember, love is contagious in the best way possible, and every little bit counts. Love also invites you to celebrate your unique gifts and the ways you express care in the world. You don't have to change who you are to be worthy of love. In fact, your authentic self is a precious vessel through which love flows. Whether you are a nurturer, a creator, a listener, or a dreamer, your presence enriches the tapestry of life. Sometimes, you might feel disconnected from your own sense of worth or struggle to recognize the love you give and receive. In those moments, pause and remind yourself that you are beloved beyond measure. Your existence is a miracle, and your life has meaning simply because you are here. No achievement, no accolade, no external validation can add to or subtract from that truth. If you like, try this. Place a hand over your heart and speak these words softly to yourself. I am loved. I am worthy. I am enough. Feel the truth of those words settle into your being like a warm embrace. Let them remind you that love is not something you have to earn or prove. It is your birthright, always present and waiting to be claimed. As you continue to walk through your day, you may notice how love teaches you to see beyond surface appearances. It helps you recognize the divine spark in each person, even those who challenge or confuse you. Love invites you to look through eyes of compassion, to seek understanding before judgment, and to extend grace where it's needed most. This doesn't mean you have to tolerate harm or neglect your own safety. Boundaries remain essential. They protect your heart and allow love to thrive in healthy ways. But love also encourages you to hold space for others' humanity, knowing that everyone carries their own struggles and stories. In this way, love becomes a powerful force for transformation, not only in your relationship, but in the world around you. Each act of kindness, each moment of empathy, each choice to love a little more deeply contributes to healing and peace on a larger scale. You are part of this beautiful unfolding, a vital thread in the vast, interconnected web of life. And when the world feels heavy or overwhelming, remember that love is always available to you as a refuge and a source of strength. You can return to it anytime, through prayer, meditation, nature, or simply by breathing deeply and remembering your connection. To all that is so, dear one, as you step into this next chapter, carry with you the knowledge that love is your constant companion. It moves with you, supports you, and grows within you. It is the light that never dims, the song that never ends, and the home where your soul finds rest. You might find yourself wondering how to keep this love alive amid life's challenges, how to nurture it when you feel depleted, or how to share it when you're unsure if it will be received. These questions are natural, and they open the door to deeper exploration and growth. Take your time with them. There is no rush. Love unfolds at its own pace, in its own way, and always with perfect timing. Trust that as you remain open and willing, love will guide you to the next step, the next lesson, and the next joy. And now, as you breathe in this moment of possibility, I invite you to reflect. What does love feel like to you right now? Where do you sense it in your body, your mind, or your spirit? And what gentle action might you take today to honor that feeling and let it grow? If you feel moved to share, please write your reflections in the comments below. Your words may be a beacon of light for someone else on their journey, reminding them that they are not alone and that love is always within reach. With these thoughts held tenderly in your heart, you are ready to continue moving forward toward new experiences, new connection, and new understanding of what it means to love and be loved. The path may twist and turn, but love will be your steady guide, your faithful companion, and your greatest teacher. And as you walk, remember this: every step you take in love is a step toward healing, toward wholeness, and toward the radiant truth of who you are. There is no destination but the unfolding journey itself. And every moment is an invitation to live more fully in love's embrace. So keep your heart open, your spirit curious, and your hands ready to give and receive. The world needs your love now more than ever, and you are exactly the one to offer it. And as you continue to listen to the whispers of your soul, you may begin to notice new doors opening, doors that lead to deeper connection, greater peace, and a fuller experience of life's beauty. These doors might be hidden in everyday moments or revealed through unexpected encounters. but they are always there, waiting for you to step through. What will you discover on the other side? How will love transform you next? These are the questions to carry gently with you, like a lantern lighting your way into the unknown, inviting you to trust the journey and all it holds. Now, take a moment to breathe deeply again. Feel the steady rhythm of your heart, the pulse of life within you, and the infinite love that surrounds you. Know that you are held, you are cherished, and you are never alone. And as you prepare to take your next step, remember that love is not something you find out there. It is something that has always been inside you, waiting to be awakened, nurtured, and shared in ever-expanding ways. So with this in your heart, continue forward with gentle courage, soft strength, and unwavering hope, knowing that love is the path, the guide, and the destination all at once. And as you move ahead, you might begin to notice how love teaches you not only about connection, but also about freedom. The freedom to be yourself, the freedom to express your truth, and the freedom to live fully and authentically. This freedom is a gift, and it often comes wrapped in the quiet moment when you release old fear, old patterns, and old stories that no longer serve you. Love encourages you to let go with grace, to open your hands and heart, and to trust that what remains is your true essence, pure, radiant, and free. Embracing this freedom can feel both exhilarating and a little scary. It asks you to step beyond the familiar and to trust in the unknown. But love walks with you every step of the way, holding your hand and whispering, "You are safe. You are whole. You are enough." And as you experience this freedom, you may find your creativity blossoming, your passions igniting, and your spirit soaring. And with that soaring spirit, dear one, you might notice how the world itself seems more vibrant, more alive. Colors may appear richer, sounds more harmonious, and even the simplest moments can carry a depth of meaning you hadn't seen before. This is love's gift, the power to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, to reveal the sacred woven through every breath and every heartbeat. It invites you to slow down enough to witness the miracles that surround you, to feel gratitude for the small wonders that often go unnoticed sometime. This awakening brings a quiet joy that bubbles up from deep within, a gentle warmth that fills your chest and spreads out like sunlight through your limbs. Other times, it stirs a restless energy, a desire to create, to explore, to share your unique light with the world in new and courageous ways. Both are expressions of love moving through you, urging you to live fully and authentically, without apology or hesitation. Remember, too, that love honors your rhythms and your need for rest. It understands when you must step back, pause, and replenish your spirit. There is no shame in taking time for yourself, no guilt in seeking quiet moments to breathe and be. In fact, these pauses are sacred acts of self-love, nourishing the well from which all your giving flows. When you care for yourself with kindness and respect, you build a strong foundation that supports your capacity to love others with openness and generosity. And in those quieter moments, When the noise of the world fades and you find yourself wrapped in stillness, you may hear the soft whisper of your own inner voice. This voice is love's messenger, gently guiding you toward what your heart truly needs. It may speak through intuition, through a feeling, or through the subtle nudges that arise when you're paying attention. Trust these whispers, even if they don't always make sense right away. They are the compass that points you toward your highest good, toward paths that align with your soul's purpose. As you continue on this journey, you may also discover that love asks you to forgive, not just others, but yourself. Forgiveness can be one of the most challenging acts of love because it requires releasing resentment, anger, and pain that have taken root. Yet, it is also one of the most liberating. When you forgive, you free your heart from the heavy chains of past hurt and open yourself to healing and renewal. It's not about condoning what happened or forgetting. It's about choosing peace over bitterness, light over darkness. If you find forgiveness difficult, know that you are not alone. It's okay to take your time. Sometimes, forgiveness begins with a simple intention or a quiet prayer. Other times, it grows gradually, like a delicate flower unfurling petal by petal. Be gentle with yourself in this process. Celebrate each small step forward, each moment when you choose compassion over judgment, understanding over blame. And as you forgive, you may notice how your relationship begins to shift. Walls built from pain may soften, and bridges of connection can form where once there was distance. Love has this miraculous way of knitting hearts together, even across wounds and misunderstanding. It reminds you that beneath all the complexity, we are all seeking the same thing: to be seen, to be heard, to be loved. Speaking of being seen, love also invites you to practice radical honesty with yourself and with those you trust. This doesn't mean sharing every thought or feeling indiscriminately, but rather cultivating a space where truth can be spoken gently and received with kindness. Honesty is a gift that fosters trust and deepens intimacy. It allows you to ask yourself what fears are holding you back. Are you worried about rejection, judgment, or causing hurt? These fears are natural, but love encourages you to lean into vulnerability with courage. Speak from a place of compassion for yourself and for the person you're sharing with. Sometimes, simply naming your feelings and need can open the door to greater understanding and connection. And when others share their truths with you, listen with an open heart. Even if you don't fully understand or agree, recognize the bravery it takes to be vulnerable. Respond with empathy rather than defensiveness. This practice strengthens bonds and creates a safe harbor where love can flourish. As love unfolds in your life, you might also notice a growing sense of belonging, not just with people, but with the world itself. This feeling of oneness, of being part of something larger than yourself, brings a deep sense of peace and purpose. It reminds you that you are an essential thread in the vast tapestry of existence, woven together with all living beings in a dance of mutual care and respect. This sense of belonging can inspire you to extend your love beyond your immediate circle, to communities, to nature, to the planet. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, contributes to the healing and well-being of the whole. Love asks you to consider how your choices impact not only yourself and those close to you, but also the broader web of life. Perhaps you feel called to volunteer, to advocate, or simply to live more sustainably. Whatever that looks like for you, know that it matters. Your love, expressed through action, is a powerful force for positive change. It ripples outward, touching lives and inspiring others in ways you may never fully see. In this spirit, I invite you to take a moment right now to reflect. What is one way you might extend your love beyond yourself today? It could be as simple as picking up a piece of litter, reaching out to someone in need, or sharing a smile with a stranger. No act is too small when it comes from a place of genuine care. If you feel comfortable, please share your intention in the comments below. Your willingness to share may encourage someone else to consider their own ways of spreading love, creating a chain reaction of kindness that brightens the world as you continue to explore love's many dimensions. You may find that it also brings a deeper acceptance of impermanence. Life is constantly changing, people come and go. Seasons shift, circumstances evolve. Love teaches you to hold these changes with grace, to cherish what is present without clinging, and to trust that even in loss, love endures. This acceptance doesn't mean detachment or indifference. Rather, it's a tender acknowledgement of life's flow, a willingness to embrace both joy and sorrow as part of the human experience. Love gives you the strength to face uncertainty with an open heart, knowing that each ending carries the seed of a new beginning. And in this dance of holding on and letting go, you may discover a profound sense of freedom. A freedom that arises from surrendering control and trusting in the unfolding mystery of life. Love invites you to release the need to have everything figured out, to allow space for surprises, miracles, and unexpected blessings. So, as you move forward, carry with you the gentle reminder that love is both your anchor and your wing. It grounds you in the present moment while inviting you to soar into new possibilities. It holds you steady through storms and lifts you higher in times of joy. And when doubts or fears arise, as they inevitably will, return to your breath. Feel the steady rhythm that connects you to the vastness of existence, to the heartbeat of love itself. Know that you are supported, always and everywhere, by a love that never failed. With this assurance, you can continue to open your heart wider, to embrace the fullness of your humanity, and to share your unique light with the world. The path of love is not always easy, but it is always worth it, because in love you find your truest self, your deepest joy, and your most profound peace. So, take another deep breath now and feel the presence of love within and all around you. Let it fill you with warmth and strength, and let it inspire you to take the next small step on your journey. And as you prepare to move forward, remember that love is not a destination to reach, but a way of being to embody. A continuous unfolding that invites you to be present, to be brave, and to be kind in every moment. what new discoveries might await you as you live more fully in love's embrace. How might your life and the lives of those around you shift when love becomes your guiding light? These are the beautiful questions to hold close as you continue on this sacred path. And as you sit with those questions, feeling their gentle pull, remember that love's journey is as much about the small steps as it is about the big leap. Sometimes, love shows up in the quiet moments, the soft touch of a hand, the shared laughter that bubbles unexpectedly, the patience you offer yourself when things don't go as planned. These moments may seem simple, almost ordinary, yet they are the threads that weave a tapestry of connection and meaning. You don't need grand gestures to live love fully. In fact, love often thrives most beautifully in the humble acts of everyday kindness. Holding the door for a stranger, sending a thoughtful message to someone who might be struggling, or simply listening without judgment can ripple outward in ways you might never imagine. Each act is like a spark, lighting a path not just for others, but for yourself, reminding you of the goodness that exists and the power you have to nurture it. And while love encourages you to reach outward, it also asks you to look inward with compassion. There may be parts of yourself that feel unlovable or broken, shadows cast by past pain or self-doubt. Know that these parts are not separate from love's embrace, but deeply entwined within it. Love doesn't call you to reject or hide these pieces, but to meet them with gentle curiosity and kindness. When you bring acceptance to your whole self, the light and the shadow, you create a space where healing can begin. This process of self-acceptance is ongoing, like tending a garden that requires patience and care. Some days you may find new blossoms of confidence and joy. Other days, weeds of fear or insecurity might creep in. Both are natural, and both deserve your attention without harshness. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend, offering encouragement, forgiveness, and hope. In this way, love becomes a mirror reflecting back your inherent worth, your unique beauty, and your infinite potential. It reminds you that you are enough just as you are, not because of what you do or achieve, but simply because you exist. This truth is a foundation upon which you can build a life of authenticity and fulfillment. As you nurture this foundation, you might also notice how love deepens your connection to your body, the vessel through which you experience life. Your body is a sacred temple, carrying your story, your strengths, and your vulnerability. Listening to its signals, honoring its needs, and treating it with respect are acts of love that honor the sacredness within. Perhaps you'll find joy in movement that feels freeing rather than forced, or in nourishing foods that fuel your vitality. Maybe you'll discover moments of stillness that allow your body to rest and rejuvenate, whatever form it takes. Caring for your body is a way of honoring the divine spark within you and recognizing your place in the natural world. And speaking of the natural world, love invites you to deepen your relationship with the earth beneath. Your feet, the trees, the rivers, the sky, they all carry a wisdom and a rhythm that can soothe your spirit and remind you of life's interconnectedness. Spending time in nature, even for a few moments, can ground you and open your heart to a sense of wonder and gratitude. You might notice how the changing seasons mirror your own inner cycle. The times of growth, of rest, of transformation. This awareness can bring a peaceful acceptance of your own ebb and flow, helping you to move through life with greater ease and grace. Nature's example teaches you that all life is a dance of emergence and release, and that each phase is necessary and beautiful. And as you grow in your love for yourself, for others, and for the world, you may feel called to express this love creatively. Creativity is a divine language, a way for your soul to speak its truth and share its gifts. It doesn't matter if you consider yourself an artist or not. Creativity can flow through writing, music, cooking, gardening, problem solving, or simply the way you choose to live your day. Allow yourself the freedom to explore, to experiment, and to play. There is no right or wrong in creativity, only the joy of expression and the invitation to connect more deeply with who you are. When you create from a place of love, you open a channel through which healing, inspiration, and transformation can flow, not just for yourself, but for all who encounter your work. And sometimes, this creative expression will lead you to new communities, new friendship, and new collaboration. Love often draws people together, weaving connections that support mutual growth and shared purpose. These relationships become a source of strength and belonging, reminding you that you are never truly alone on your journey. If you're feeling inspired right now, I invite you to share one way you might express your love creatively in the coming days, whether it's writing a letter, planting a seed, or simply dancing in your living room. Your intention to create is a beautiful gift. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Your sharing may ignite someone else's spark, creating a circle of love that keeps expanding. As you continue to move forward, remember that love also asks for patience, not only with others, but with yourself. Growth and healing are not linear paths. They twist and turn, sometimes moving forward, sometimes stepping back, and often circling around before unfolding into something new. Be gentle with your progress, honoring each moment as part of the sacred journey. In times when the path feels uncertain or the weight of the world feels heavy, return to the simple truth that love is always present. It is the quiet pulse beneath your breath, the steady light within your heart, the unseen thread that connects all being. Even when you cannot see it clearly, trust that love is there, holding you, guiding you, and cheering you on. And as you carry this truth with you, continue to ask yourself, how can I be loved today? How can I show up more fully, more honestly, and more generously? These questions are not meant to burden you, but to invite you into a deeper dance with light, a dance where love leads and you follow with an open heart. There will be moments when this path challenges you, when fears arise or doubts cloud your vision. In those times, lean into the support that surrounds you, from friends, from nature, from the quiet wisdom within. Remember that asking for help is itself an act of love. a recognition that you are part of a greater whole. And as you practice this openness, you may find your heart expanding in ways you never expected, embracing not only joy, but also sorrow, not only certainty, but also mystery. Love holds space for all of this. It is not diminished by complexity, but enriched by it. So, my dear one, as you step into the next chapter of your journey, carry with you this invitation to live love with courage, with curiosity, and with a spirit of playful discovery. Each day offers a new chance to deepen your connection to yourself, to others, and to the vast, beautiful world that cradles you. Let your heart be your compass, and let love be your guide. And when you find yourself wondering what the next step looks like, pause and listen for the quiet whisper that always speaks the truth of your soul. There, in that stillness, you will find the answers waiting patiently for you to arrive. And as you listen to that quiet whisper, remember that it's not always loud or urgent. It's often soft, gentle, like a breeze brushing against your skin or the subtle warmth of sunlight on your face. Sometimes it might come as a feeling, rather than words, a sense of peace or clarity that settles deep within you. Other times, it might arrive disguised as a gentle nudge, encouraging you to take a small step forward, even when the way ahead seems unclear. Trusting this inner voice takes practice, patience, and a willingness to be still amidst the noise of everyday life. It's an invitation to slow down, to turn your attention inward, and to honor the sacredness of your own intuition. You might find it helpful to create a little sacred space for yourself. A quiet corner in your home, a special journal, or a few moments each day devoted simply to breathing and being. In these moments, you can ask your heart, what do you want me to know? How can I show up more fully for myself and others? And then, with gentle curiosity, wait without rushing for whatever arises. Sometimes, the answers come immediately. Other times, they unfold slowly, like a flower blooming in its own perfect time. There is no need to force or rush this process, for love honors your unique rhythm and timing. And while you nurture this inner connection, you might notice the ways your relationships begin to shift and deepen. When you bring your whole self, messy, imperfect, and beautifully human, to your interactions, you invite others to do the same. Vulnerability becomes a bridge rather than a barrier, creating spaces where authenticity can flourish. You may find that conversations take on new richness, where listening is as valued as speaking, and where compassion flows freely. These connections remind you that love is not a solitary experience, but a shared journey, weaving hearts together in a tapestry of belonging. It's natural to wonder how to maintain this openness when life presents challenges. When misunderstandings arise, when pain surfaces, or when fear tempts you to close off. In those moments, remember that love is not about perfection or always having the right word. Sometimes, love simply means showing up, even when it's hard, even when you feel uncertain. It means holding space for the other person's experience without judgment and offering your presence as a balm. And importantly, it means extending that same grace to yourself. recognizing that you are learning and growing, just like everyone else. If you've ever experienced a moment when love transformed a difficult situation, perhaps through forgiveness, patience, or an unexpected act of kindness, I invite you to share that story in the comments below. Your experience might be the light someone else needs to see on their path. A reminder that love's power is real and accessible in every circumstance. As you continue to walk this path, you might also notice how love invites you to live with greater intention. This doesn't mean controlling every detail or striving for a perfect life, but rather choosing to engage with your days in a way that aligns with your deepest values and desire. It's about recognizing the sacredness in the ordinary and making space for what truly matters. Maybe that means setting boundaries that protect your well-being, or saying yes to opportunities that nourish your soul. Maybe it's about slowing down to savor a meal, or pausing to express gratitude for a simple blessing. Intention is like a compass, helping you navigate the twists and turns of life with clarity and purpose. When your actions come from a place of love, even the smallest gestures ripple outward, creating waves of positive change. And when you find yourself feeling lost or overwhelmed, returning to your intention can be a grounding practice. A way to reconnect with your heart's true north. Alongside intention, love encourages you to cultivate forgiveness, not just for others, but also for yourself. Forgiveness is a gentle relief, a freeing of burdens that weigh heavy on your spirit. It doesn't mean forgetting or excusing hurt, but rather choosing to let go of resentment and bitterness so that you can heal and move forward. Forgiveness opens the door to peace, allowing love to flow more freely through your heart. Perhaps there are old wounds or regrets you carry, stories you tell yourself about mistakes or shortcomings. Know that these do not define you. They are simply chapters in your story, not the whole book. When you approach these parts of your history with compassion, you create the possibility for transformation. You can say to yourself, I am learning. I am worthy of healing. I am open to love, renew and power. And as you practice forgiveness, you might find that your capacity to love expands in unexpected ways. You become more patient with others, more understanding of their struggles, and more willing to offer kindness even when it's difficult. Love becomes less about perfection and more about presence. The willingness to be there, fully and authentically. Through all the ups and downs, in this spirit, I encourage you to take a moment now to think of someone you find challenging to love fully. It might be a family member, a colleague, or even yourself. Without judgment, see if you can hold them gently in your heart, acknowledging their humanity and your shared desire for peace and happiness. If you feel comfortable, share in the comments how this simple practice felt for you. Sometimes, naming it out loud can be the first step toward greater compassion. At the same time, love reminds you to celebrate the joys and blessings that surround you. Taking time to notice the beauty in everyday moments. The smile of a child, the scent of fresh rain, the comfort of a warm cup of tea, can fill your heart with gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful expression of love. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, nurturing a sense of contentment and hope. And when you cultivate gratitude, you invite more love into your life. It's like opening a window to let in fresh air, allowing light to illuminate even the darkest corner. This doesn't mean ignoring pain or struggle, but rather balancing them with recognition of life's gift. Love holds space for both sorrow and joy, weaving them together into a rich, textured experience. As your heart opens wider, you may feel inspired to extend your love beyond your immediate circle, to your community, to causes that matter to you, or to the world at large. Acts of service, big or small, become expressions of love in action. Whether it's volunteering your time, sharing your talent, or simply offering a smile to a neighbor, these actions create connections and foster hope. Remember, you don't need to do everything or solve every problem. Even the smallest gestures, when offered with love, carry incredible power. They remind you that you are part of a vast web of life, where each thread supports and uplifts the others. And as you give, you also receive love flowing back to you in unexpected and beautiful ways. And so, my dear one, as you continue this journey, I invite you to reflect on how you might share your love more openly in the days ahead. What small act of kindness or creative expression feels right for you? How might you nurture your own heart while reaching out to others? Know that every step you take, no matter how small, is a sacred dance with love itself. Take a deep breath now, feeling the steady rhythm of your heart, the pulse of life within you. Let this moment be a gentle reminder that you are deeply loved, exactly as you are, and that love's journey is unfolding beautifully through you. And as you carry this truth forward, remember that the path of love is always inviting you to new discoveries, new depths, and new joy. It asks you to keep your heart open, your spirit curious, and your steps light, even when the way is unknown. So, when you feel ready, I invite you to share below one intention you have for living love more fully this week. Your words might be the encouragement someone else needs to keep moving forward. And with that intention held gently in your heart, you might begin to notice how the next step emerges, not as a grand plan, but as a soft invitation to simply be present with yourself and the world around you, allowing love to guide you through whatever comes next. And as you take that next step, remember that it's okay if the path isn't perfectly clear or if your heart feels a little unsure. Love doesn't demand certainty. It thrives in the space where vulnerability meets courage. Sometimes, just showing up, breathing, listening, choosing kindness, plants a seed that will grow in its own time. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. What matters most is your willingness to be present, to lean into the mystery, and to trust that love knows the way, even when your mind does not doubt. In those moments when doubt creeps in, or when the weight of the world feels heavy on your shoulder, come back to your breath. Feel it moving through you like a gentle tide, reminding you that you are alive, that you are here, and that you are deeply connected to everything around you. This simple act of breathing can be a powerful anchor, a way to ground yourself in the present and remember that love is always available, waiting patiently for you to return. It can also help to remember that love is not a limited resource. It's not something you have to hoard or ration, nor is it something that diminishes when shared. Love is abundant and infinite, flowing through you and all around you like a vast river. When you give love freely, you tap into this endless well, and you often find that it fills you up in unexpected ways. So don't hesitate to reach out, to offer kindness, or to express your heart, even when it feels small or fragile. Your love matters, and it makes a difference. Sometimes, loving openly means facing your fear. The fear of rejection, failure, or not being enough. It's natural to feel these things, and I want you to know that these fears do not define you. They are like clouds passing across the sky of your being, temporary and ever-changing. When you acknowledge your fears with compassion, without letting them control your choices, you create space for love to shine through more brightly. You can say to yourself, I see you, fear, and I'm still choosing love. And in choosing love despite fear, you discover a wellspring of strength and resilience within you. You become a beacon for others, showing them that it's possible to be brave in the face of uncertainty. Your courage becomes a gift, inspiring those around. You too open their own hearts a little wider. This is how love spread, not through grand gestures alone, but through the quiet, steady acts of bravery that often go unseen. As you continue to walk this path, you might also notice how love invites you to embrace imperfection, not just in yourself, but in the world and in the people you care about. Perfection is an illusion that can create distance and frustration, while imperfection is the very fabric of life's beauty. When you accept things as they are, with all their mistakes and unpredictability, you free yourself from the burden of unrealistic expectation. This acceptance is an act of love, a way of saying, you are enough, just as you are. This doesn't mean you stop growing or striving to be your best self. It means you do so from a place of kindness rather than self-criticism. It means recognizing that every stumble, every mistake is part of your unique journey and an opportunity for learning. When you treat yourself with the same gentleness you offer others, you nurture a deep sense of belonging and peace within your own heart. And as you cultivate this self-compassion, you might find your relationships deepening in ways you hadn't imagined when you bring your full and perfect self to your connection. You invite others to do the same. This creates a space where real understanding and empathy can blossom, where people feel safe to be honest and vulnerable. It's in these moments that love reveals its true power, not as something that fixes or changes others, but as a force that holds space for growth and transformation. I invite you now to think about a relationship in your life that could benefit from this kind of loving presence. Perhaps there's someone you've been holding at arm's length out of fear or misunderstanding. Maybe there's a conversation you've been avoiding because it feels too difficult. Whatever it is, consider how you might approach that situation with openness and compassion, starting with your own heart. If you feel moved to share, write a few words in the comments about what this might look like for you. Your courage to be vulnerable could be the encouragement someone else needs today. Love also teaches patience, not just with others, but with the unfolding of your own life. Sometimes you plant seeds that don't sprout immediately. Sometimes the answers you seek come wrapped in unexpected forms or at a time that surprises you. Patience is the soil in which love's deepest roots grow. It allows you to hold hope gently, without forcing or rushing, trusting that everything is happening in the right order. In this waiting, you can practice gratitude for the present moment. Even if it feels incomplete, you can find joy in the small things. The way sunlight dances on leaves, the sound of laughter, the softness of a friend's hand. These moments are love's whisper, reminding you that life is a mosaic of simple, beautiful pieces, each one worthy of your attention and appreciation. And as you become more attuned to these whispers, you might notice how your own sense of purpose begins to clarify. Love often reveals itself through the work of your hands and heart, through acts of creativity, service, and connection. You may feel drawn to contribute your unique gifts to the world in ways that feel meaningful and fulfilling. This is part of love's invitation to be an active participant in the unfolding story of life, bringing light and hope wherever you go. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. Reach out to others who share your desire for love and growth. Build a community of support and encouragement where you can share your joys and challenges openly. Together, you create a tapestry of love that is stronger and more vibrant than any one thread alone. So as you move forward today, carry this gentle reminder in your heart. Love is your true nature, your deepest calling, and your greatest strength. It flows through you, connecting you to all that is and guiding you toward a life of meaning and joy. When you stumble or feel lost, return to love. Let it be your compass, your comfort, and your courage. And with that, take a moment now to breathe deeply, feeling the love that surrounds you and the love that lives within you. Let it fill you up, steadying your spirit and opening your heart to whatever comes next, knowing that you are never alone on this journey. If you feel moved, please share in the comments one small way you plan to bring more love into your life this week. Your intention may be the light someone else needs to keep going. And as you hold that intention softly, you might begin to notice how the world around you starts to shift. Not because everything changes overnight, but because your heart is beginning to see with new eyes and respond with new tenderness, inviting a fresh way of being that embraces both the mystery and the magic of love itself. And as this new tenderness takes root within you, notice how it begins to soften the edges of old stories you've been carrying. The ones that tell you you're not enough, or that love is something to be earned or deserved only under certain conditions. These stories, while once perhaps protective, no longer serve the fullness of your heart. So gently, with the kindest curiosity, invite those narratives to step aside. You don't have to push or force them away. Simply acknowledge them, thank them for the role they played, and then let them rest. In their place, allow the truth of your inherent worth to shine through. Unshaken by circumstance, unshadowed by past wounds, This process of releasing old stories is not always easy, and that's okay. Sometimes it feels like peeling layers from your soul, and sometimes like stepping into the sunlight after a long winter. Remember, healing and growth are not linear. You may find yourself circling back to familiar feelings or doubts, and when you do, treat yourself with the same patience and love you would offer a dear friend. Each time you return to love's embrace, you deepen your resilience and expand your capacity for grace. You might also notice that as you soften into this new way of being, your perception of others subtly shifts. Instead of seeing people through the lens of judgment or expectation, you begin to glimpse the shared humanity beneath it all, their own struggles, hopes, and desires mirroring yours in countless ways. This recognition can spark compassion, even for those who have hurt you or whom you find difficult to understand. It is here, in the fertile ground of empathy, that love's true power shows itself. The power to heal divides, to bridge gaps, and to create connection where there once was distance. And as you cultivate this compassion, you may feel inspired to extend forgiveness, not to condone harm or forget lessons, but to free yourself from the heavy burden of resentment. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, a way to reclaim your peace and open your heart wider. If you find yourself hesitating, know that it's perfectly natural. Forgiveness is a journey, often unfolding gradually, one small step at a time. You might begin by simply wishing yourself or another person ease and freedom from suffering. Little by little, this can grow into a fuller release. In this space of openness, you might also discover the joy of celebration, the delight of acknowledging your own progress, the beauty in everyday moments, and the miraculous dance of life itself. Celebrating doesn't require grand occasion. It can be as simple as savoring a warm cup of tea, laughing with a loved one, or noticing the way your heart beats strong and steady. These small acts of joy are like sparks that light your spirit, reminding you that love is as much about delight as it is about depth. And as you embrace both the depth and delight of love, you may find your creativity blossoming in new and unexpected ways. Love has a way of awakening the artist within you, the part that wants to express, to build, to dream, and to share your unique gifts with the world. Whether it's through music, writing, cooking, gardening, or simply the way you show up for others, your creative spirit is a channel for love to flow freely. Don't worry about the outcome or whether it's good enough. What matters is the intention behind it, the desire to bring more love and light into your life and the lives of those around you. This creative impulse is also a form of self-care, a way to nurture your soul and honor your journey. When you allow yourself this space to play and explore, you affirm that you are worthy of joy and expression simply because you exist. And as you nurture your own heart, you become better equipped to hold space for the hearts of others. Sometimes, love invites you to step outside your comfort zone, not in a way that feels forced or unsafe, but gently nudging you toward growth. This might mean reaching out to someone you've lost touch with, trying an activity that sparks curiosity, or speaking your truth in a situation where you usually stay silent. These moments of vulnerability are acts of bravery, reminders that your voice matters and that your presence is a gift. If you feel called to share, I invite you now to write in the comments one small step of courage you're willing to take. This week, to open your heart a little wider, your honesty can be a beacon for others who are walking a similar path. And as you take these steps, remember to honor your limits and listen to your inner guidance. Love is never about pushing yourself into exhaustion or sacrificing your well-being. It's about balance, knowing when to stretch and when to rest, when to give and when to receive. This rhythm of ebb and flow is natural and essential. Like the tides that rise and fall with the moon's gentle pull, trust that your body, mind, and spirit know what they need, and be willing to respond with kindness and respect. In this dance of love, you might also encounter moments of solitude and stillness. These quiet times are precious opportunities to reconnect with your true self, to hear the whispers of your heart, and to find clarity amidst the noise of daily life. Don't shy away from these moments. Instead, welcome them as sacred pauses that nourish your soul. You might find it helpful to create a small ritual, lighting a candle, sitting in nature, journaling your thoughts, or simply breathing deeply. To mark this time of reflection, and as you cultivate this inner sanctuary, you'll notice how it becomes a source of strength and peace, a place you can return to whenever the world feels overwhelmed. From this grounded center, your capacity to love and be loved expands naturally and effortlessly. Love also invites you to practice gratitude, not as a mere habit, but as a heartfelt recognition of the many blessings woven through your life. Gratitude opens your eyes to the abundance that already surrounds you, shifting your focus from lack to plenty. It doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pain. Rather, it means holding both the light and the shadow with equal tenderness. When you carry gratitude in your heart, even the hardest moments can become teachers, revealing hidden gifts and deepening your wisdom. And as you live with this spirit of gratitude, you inspire others to see the world through a similar lens. Your attitude becomes a quiet revolution, a ripple of hope that touches those you encounter. You might be surprised at how your simple expressions of thanks, whether spoken aloud or felt silently, can brighten someone's day or soften a hardened heart. In all of this, remember that love is a journey without a final destination. It is a continuous unfolding, a sacred dance between your soul and the world. Sometimes the steps feel sure and joyful. Other times, uncertain and slow. Both are part of the rhythm. Your willingness to move forward, to keep choosing love again and again, is the greatest gift you can offer yourself and everyone around you. So as you breathe in this moment, feel the steady pulse of love beating within you. The same pulse that has carried you through every challenge, every joy, every breath. Let this pulse remind you that you are never alone, that you are deeply cherished, and that your presence here matters more than you can imagine. If you feel comfortable, take a moment now to share in the comments one way you've noticed love showing up in your life recently. It might be a small gesture, a kind word, a moment of peace, or a feeling of connection. Your sharing can be a gentle light for someone else walking their own path. And as you carry these reflections forward, know that each step you take, no matter how small, is part of a beautiful, unfolding story. A story of love that is ever growing, ever changing, and always alive within you. This story invites you to keep walking, keep opening, and keep trusting the mysterious, tender power of love to guide you home. And as this story of love continues to unfold within you, you might begin to notice how it gently reshapes the way you relate to time itself. In a world that often rushes and hurries, love invites you to slow down, not as an obligation, but as a gift, to savor moments as they come, to linger in the sweetness of presence without rushing toward the next thing. This slowing down is not about resisting life's flow. Rather, it's about aligning yourself with a deeper rhythm, one that honors the natural cycles of growth, rest, and renewal. When you allow yourself this spaciousness, you create room for wonder, for noticing the small miracles that often go unseen, the way sunlight filters through leaves, the softness of a breeze on your skin, or the quiet steadiness of your own breath. In this slower pace, your heart can open more fully, and you might find that love no longer feels like a scarce resource to be guarded or rationed. Instead, it becomes an ever-present current, flowing freely through your day, connecting you to yourself and to others in ways that feel effortless and true. This flow can carry you through moments of joy and sorrow alike, reminding you that all of life's experiences are part of the same beautiful tapestry. Sometimes, love may show up as a gentle whisper in your soul. Other times, as a radiant blaze lighting your path. No matter its form, it is always there, waiting for you to note it, to welcome, and to receive. As you grow more attuned to this energy, you might also begin to recognize the ways love calls you to care for the world around you. Not out of obligation or guilt, but from a place of deep connection and respect. This care can take many shapes. A kind word to a stranger, standing up for justice, tending to the earth, or simply listening with an open heart. When you act from love, even the smallest gestures ripple outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully see or understand. Your actions become threads in a vast web of kindness, weaving a stronger, more compassionate world. If you feel drawn to share, I invite you in the comments to mention one way you've seen your own love ripple outward lately. It could be something quiet or grand, direct or subtle, and how it made you feel at the same time. Love honors your individuality and the unique path you walk. It doesn't ask you to conform or dim your light to fit someone else's expectation. Instead, love encourages you to shine in your own authentic way, embracing all the colors and textures that make you who you are. This includes your quirks, your strength, your vulnerabilities, and even your imperfections. Each facet is a precious part of your story, and when you accept yourself fully, you create a safe space for others to do the same. This mutual acceptance becomes a foundation for true connection, a place where judgment falls away, and understanding takes its place. In moments when you struggle to see your own worth, remember that love is not about perfection. It's about presence, about showing up for yourself and others with an open heart, even when it's hard. It's about choosing kindness over criticism, patience over frustration, and forgiveness over resentment. These choices, made again and again, build a resilience that carries you through life's challenges. And they remind you that your worthiness is not something to earn or prove. It is your birthright woven into the very fabric of your being. You might notice too that as your own love deepens, your relationships begin to transform. Old patterns of fear, control, or disconnection may give way to more honest, vulnerable, and joyful ways of relating. This doesn't mean every relationship will be perfect or easy, but it does mean that love can become a healing force, softening the edges of conflict and inviting understanding. Sometimes, this transformation happens slowly, like a seed sprouting beneath the soil, unseen but steadily growing. Other times, it unfolds in sudden moments of clarity or reconciliation. Trust that love is at work in these shifts, even when the path is unclear. And as you nurture these evolving connections, don't forget to nurture the relationship you have with yourself. Self-love is not selfish or self-centered. It is the wellspring from which all other love flows. It means treating yourself with the same tenderness and respect you offer to your closest friend. It means listening to your needs, honoring your boundaries, and celebrating your achievements, no matter how small. When you cultivate this inner friendship, you create a sanctuary of support that sustains you through life's ups and downs. Sometimes, you may find that love asks you to embrace uncertainty, to step into the unknown without all the answers. This can feel scary, but it is also where growth happens. When you lean into uncertainty with trust, you open yourself to possibilities you might never have imagined. You allow life's mystery to unfold, revealing new paths, new joys, and new lessons. Remember, love is patient and kind, and it will guide you gently through these uncharted waters if you let it. In this spirit of trust, consider what it might look like to welcome uncertainty in your own life right now. What fears or doubts arise when you think about stepping into the unknown? What small step could you take to move forward despite those feelings? If you feel inspired, share your thoughts in the comments. Your courage can inspire others to find their own. And as you continue to walk this path, know that you are surrounded by a vast, loving presence that never leaves your side. This presence holds you tenderly, celebrates your victories, comforts your sorrows, and delights in your being. You are never truly alone, even when it feels that way. You are deeply, unconditionally loved, just as you are. So breathe deeply now, feeling the steady rhythm of love within you, the pulse that connects you to all that is. Let this steady beat remind you that your journey is sacred, your heart is capable, and your life is a precious gift unfolding in its own perfect time. And as you carry this loving awareness into your days ahead, may you find moments of peace, courage, and joy blossoming like wildflowers along your path. inviting you to stop, notice, and revel in the beauty of simply being alive. This is your invitation to keep opening, keep trusting, and keep loving yourself and the world around you with gentle, unwavering grace. And as you walk forward carrying this gentle grace, remember that love isn't a destination you reach or a prize you win. It's a way of moving through the world, a dance that invites you to be present with both the light and the shadow, the joy and the struggle. Love asks you to bring your whole self, your laughter, your tears, your hopes, and your fears, into every moment without hesitation or apology. Because in showing up fully, you honor the sacredness of your own experience and open the door for others to do the same. Sometimes, love will ask you to forgive, whether that forgiveness is for others or for yourself. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing hurtful action. It means releasing the heavy burden of resentment so your heart can breathe again. It is an act of profound freedom, a gift you give yourself to move forward, lighter and more whole. If you find it hard to forgive right now, that's okay. Just hold the intention gently, like planting a seed beneath the soil. With time and tenderness, it will grow in its own way. Love also invites you to celebrate the uniqueness of your journey. No two paths look the same, and that's part of the beauty. You may find yourself drawn to different rhythms, different ways of expressing care, and different dreams than those around you. This is not a sign of separation, but a reflection of the vastness of love itself, which has room for all kinds of expression. So, honor your own way, even if it feels unfamiliar or uncertain. Your authenticity is a beacon that lights the world in ways you may never fully see. And when you feel doubt creeping in, when the old stories of unworthiness or fear try to cloud your vision, pause and breathe. Remind yourself of the truth that I have always whispered to your heart. You are enough just as you are. You don't need to prove yourself or earn love, because love is already woven into your very being. It's the thread that connects you to everything alive. Let that truth settle deep within you like a warm, steady flame that no storm can extinguish. As you nurture this inner flame, you might notice a growing sense of peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. This peace is not about avoiding challenges or difficulty. It's about finding a still place within, a sanctuary of acceptance and trust that holds you steady no matter what unfolds outside. It's the quiet knowing that you are held, always, by a love that transcends time and space. Whenever life feels overwhelming, return to this place. Let it be your refuge and your source of strength. In the spirit of sharing and connection, I invite you now to think about a moment recently when you felt this kind of peace or love. Perhaps in a small gesture, a kind word, or a quiet moment of reflection. How did it touch you? What did it teach you about yourself or the world? If you feel moved, please share your experience in the comments below. Your story might be the light someone else needs to find their way. Remember too that love is a teacher, always guiding you gently toward growth and deeper understanding. Sometimes the lessons come wrapped in joy, and other times they arrive disguised as challenges or pain. Each experience is a thread in the fabric of your life, weaving a story that is uniquely yours. Embrace these moments with curiosity and compassion. Ask yourself, what is love inviting me to learn here? How can I respond with an open heart? These questions can open doors to new perspective and greater freedom. And as you move through your day, keep in mind that love thrives in the small, everyday acts of kindness and presence. It's found in the smile you share with a stranger, the patience you offer when things don't go as planned, the encouragement you give yourself when doubts arise. These moments might seem ordinary, but they are the sacred building blocks of a life lived in love. Celebrate them. Let them remind you that love is not just a feeling, but a practice. A way of being that you cultivate one choice at a time. When you feel called to give love outward, remember that it's okay to start with what feels manageable. You don't need grand gestures or perfect words. Sometimes the most powerful gift is simply being there, fully present and attentive. Whether it's listening without judgment, offering a hug, or sending a silent prayer, these acts create ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. Trust that your love matters, even when it feels small or unnoticed. As your awareness of love's presence deepens, you may also discover new ways to care for yourself and others that nourish your soul. Maybe it's spending more time in nature, creating art, writing your thoughts, or simply resting when you need it. These practices are not indulgences, but essential expressions of love that replenish your energy and spirit. Honor what your heart needs, and know that by doing so, you're strengthening your capacity to love without losing yourself. In moments when life feels heavy or confusing, don't hesitate to reach out to trusted friends, to your community, or even to the quiet space within where love lives. You are supported in ways seen and unseen. You are never alone in your journey. And sometimes, just asking for help or sharing your truth can be an act of great courage and love. Love also invites you to embrace your imperfections with tenderness. There is no need to hide your flaws or pretend to be someone you're not. Your vulnerabilities are part of your beauty, teaching you humility, empathy, and resilience. When you allow yourself to be known fully, you create space for genuine connection and healing. Remember, love is not about being flawless. It's about being real. As you continue to grow in love, you might notice a softening of boundaries, not because you lose yourself, but because you learn to hold both your needs and the needs of others with grace. Healthy boundaries are acts of self-love that protect your well-being and honor your limits. They don't separate you from love. They create space for it to flow freely and safely. And finally, as you carry this message in your heart, know that love is the greatest adventure you will ever embark upon. It will surprise you, challenge you, uplift you, and transform you. It will invite you to become more fully alive, more deeply connected, and more beautifully yourself. So lean into love with open arms and an open heart. Trust in its power to heal, to guide, and to illuminate your path. Thank you for listening, dear one. I am always here with you, in every breath, every beat of your heart, and every step you take. May you continue to be wrapped in love's gentle embrace, now and always. If you feel called, share in the comments one small way you plan to bring more love into your life this week. Your intention can be a beacon for others walking their own path. With all my love, forever and always. Amen.